Okay, so welcome to a walkthrough of my bar, which many of you have asked for. So this is it. You wait at the entrance to a barber shop and you wait. Even if the door opens or anything, don't walk in, just wait. And it's generally me, I will come and get you. Okay, so this is basically a working barber shop during the day, and then in the evening, my bar takes over. And this is what we go into. This is it, the second smallest bar in Canada. We fit 16 to 18 seats. We have more than usual, that's because people spread out. And well, this is it. We started it in December 2016. And well, it's been slowly growing, building, and I'm still building it, and I keep adding more and more. But this is a little section I have to Studio Ghibli, who's one of my favorite anime, as you could call it, and that's the guy there who helped it all. And then of course this is literally surrounded by books, alcohol and memorabilia. So up here is where you'll find my Amari, Digestivos, Aperitivos from all over the world, but of course the majority of them are Italian. Then we have another section which is now getting into what we mainly are, which is whiskey. I sell a lot of whiskey. I don't do vodka, I'm a whiskey house. So we have expensive cognacs are up there, obviously, but this is where we have our blended whiskies, and then we have the islands, and then we have Islas all over here, my little backup of chartreuse, and then we're going into the bar now. So the bar is small. This is it. So whiskies again, we have the Americans are all up here, and then that goes into the Canadian, Irish, and then we have Japanese and India. Up at the top is my rums, going into my Genevieres, Old Toms, London Dries, and various other forms of gins. And then now this is the bar. It's basically a one person. Another person, that's generally me, is a barback, server, doorman and host. I'm also the pot washer, glass washer, everything else, and support for whoever is here, which is all my bar team. The bar has to evolve and change every time a new menu comes out. So the bar changes 4 times a year. It can be a bit painstaking, but we design it so as we can make drinks off our menu as quick as we possibly can. And we generally have a 2 to 3 minute window or less to get that done. So what we do is, in what we call our well section, we have the core spirits that we will be needing for the menu. And then when you turn around, we have all the core stuff that we would need for the menu and for making other drinks. So basic Genevieve, Old Toms, and some premium gins that we have. Stuff that we use to make our espresso martinis, because we don't do vodka, we do Irish whiskies generally. And next door to our coffee machine. And then of course the Campari Apple and Amaro Nonino together. This section is where we keep what we need for making the menu with. And then of course here we go into other areas for making various cocktails, and it's usually pretty easy to grab because it's just a stretch, right? That's it, just one. Now I want you to come and have a look actually behind the bar and how we do things. All right. So when I teach my staff or teach my team how to do my bar, I consider the bar setup as like doing a ballet or a dance. Everything is like this, okay? It's all twists, turns, so forth. So main workstation is here, okay? So we have, and when we're setting up, we basically turn this into a big giant fridge or freezer. Chiller bottles for vermouth and sherries, and various other ingredients that we have for our menu and for cocktails. So citrus, egg whites, in our case we've got some cream and orange juice, pebble ice, cold draft, and then in here, but this is not added yet, this is only done right at opening, we add our spheres and various king cubes or big cubes that we have. Tasting section, cloths, and of course mixing tins, mixing glass, but well, copper pot. My hawthorn strainers or strainers, julep strainers, bar spoons. Then we also have, this is our absinthe drip. Now the absinthe drip, we prime it. So basically prime it means fill it with crushed ice or ice before the shift, so that it gets really nice and cold and everything is ready to be able to serve an absinthe and absinthe drip, because we do a lot of it here. Now we're going to get a little closer. So here's where we have for other stuff for the drinks or menus or everything that we make. So all our edible perfumes, some absinthe, things like our nutmeg, our cinnamon, varying different types of straws because I have particular straws for particular drinks. I also have my custom cocktail picks here and various other little things that we use. Also here is our dusters, so we have things like Himalayan salts, powdered sugar, normal sugar, and of course we're doing a cocoa drink as well. Syrups that we need: mint, dehydrated fruits, all the bitters that we will be using, eggs, because we're doing a lot of eggnog drinks. We actually do a tiramisu eggnog. And then these are our warmers, so we use this for our mulled wine, and we use this to make our hot buttered rums. We also have a blender here as well, spare capsules. This is my stuff that I use. This is a molecular ingredients that I use for various drinks, mainly my alcohol-free ones. And of course our fruit bowl. And then there it is. And this is what I have. I collect dolls, little dolls. Yes, I know I'm a grown man. So for example, here's my little xenomorph. Instead of having a King Kong, I have an alien on top of my old absinthe. This is an old one, it broke, so I turned it into a light fixture. And there it is. And it's literally also whiskey, lots of whiskey. I now have over 200 bottles now. I love the stuff. And there you go. So this is it. This is a nice simple little tour that you've got of my my bar. We have 455 bottle back bar, but basically the entire bar is the back bar. I got everything from tequilas to mezcals to gins, whiskies, rums, liqueurs, aperitivos, digestivos, fruit syrups, various other stuff that you use to make ingredients, because the main thing I do here as well with all my stuff is it's training. They're constantly being taught and trained and to develop their skills, and hopefully one day they become their own boss and their own owner. That's what I teach my staff to do. I teach them to become their own boss. It's important. And I spend a lot of time in this place. This is basically my home, because it is. And this is it. It's just a really small bar, but I love it. It's my home. And there you go. Welcome to my bar. So, well, there you go. That's now for everybody. You've now seen what my bar looks like. This is the tour. Any questions, just put them to me and I will do my best to answer. But until then, fuck off and get home safe. Now go. I'm going to drink whiskey.